war with Britain when they decided it was time to declare their independence. They would no longer be a part of the tyrannical British Empire and would fight for their freedom. In Columbus, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A deep respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers such form as them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed would dictate their good song itself should not be changed, like intrinsic causes, and accordingly all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing forms to which they are accustomed. But we have a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing greatly the same object. Evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for the future security. Such have been the patient sufferings of these colonies, and such now the necessity which constrains them to alter the form systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having an injured object, the establishment of absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, will in fact be submitted to a king of the world. He refused his assent to laws that were wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors most laws of immediate and present importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained, and when suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish their representation in the legislature, a right inseparable to the man, formidable to times only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly, proposing with manly firmness his divisions of the rights of the people. He refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers capable of annihilation have returned to the people at large for their exercise, they remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. His endeavor to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructed laws for nationalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migration thither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. His made judges dependent on the will of law for the tenure of their offices and the mounting payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent him to swarms of officers to harass our people in the outer substance. He has kept among us in times of peace, sending armies without the consent of our legislators. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving sent to their acts a pretended legislation for bordering large bodies of objects among us, for protecting them by mock trial, for punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the road, for imposing taxes on us without consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trade by jury, for transferring us beyond seas to try for presented offenses, for abolishing the freedom of English laws in the neighboring province, for stuffing judiciary powers, for taking away our churches, abolishing most of our laws, and fundamentally the forms of our government. For suspending our own legislators and declaring themselves in best power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He's abdicated government error by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He's plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burned our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He's at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy, scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally ready the head of a civilized nation. He's contrary our fellow citizens, taking captive on high seas to bear arms against our country, to become the executioners of friends and brethren, or to fill themselves by their hands. He's excited domestic interests amongst us, and has endeavored to bring our heavens of our frontiers, the merciless alien savages whose noble rule of warfare is in undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we petition for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince's character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is a fit to be the ruler of free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We've warned them from time to time, often by their legislature, to extend a more supportive jurisdiction over us. We've reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We've appealed to their justice and magnanimity, and we've conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have condemned for ways of justice and consequency. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies and war peace friends. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, adjourn our Congress and civil appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the direction of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are in right unto free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is not to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they full power to levy war